Good morning, everybody. I'm Go Veer Go Home. Welcome to my channel. This is the Sunday Brunch Kit Build, where we show up every Sunday, no matter how much snow is outside. Can't call in sick to this one. So we work on kits. We do some weathering. We do some graffiti. A little bit of A, a little bit of B, sometimes both. Today for you, I've got a couple of cars here that I do plan on weathering, and I'm going to do some graffiti on one of them. These are very special cars because I've already started working on them, and they're very neat. Some of you might even have some of these at home. These are the Otter Valley bulkhead pipe load cars. Now you can see that I have the Otter Valley pipe in there, and I've already dipped the ends of these pipe here in yellow. And I've got another car here, and this is the newer one because I haven't seen this one yet, where I dipped the ends in orange. Now you'll probably not be able to see the color all that well because lighting is weird. It looks better when it's in the car, but I did all these ones orange and the other ones are yellow. So the general thing there with that, the reason why they're different colors, to my understanding, is that each type of pipe can hold or handle a certain amount of pressure. So they're color coded to go with that pressure. So I wanted to also, I wanted to do a couple of different ones. You can do green, you can do blue, red, orange, yellow. So I have some yellow and I have a load of the orange as well. So that's pretty cool. And I still have extra pipe left over. I don't like to fill them right to the top because typically there is a cutoff line for how much you are supposed to put in these. So I just put it up to the logo. So I put it up to right way about there. Some of these are actually tied down, and some of them are just loosely put in. So I didn't bother tying them up or anything yet. I might eventually. I don't know. I like them loose like this. That way I can kind of shift them around, and it'll stay in there no matter what. But yeah, I'm gonna weather these on the CN car here. I'm going to do some graffiti at one end, and the other one I'm just gonna weather. I also have a 6400, the popular AIM in black. I don't think I've ever weathered a black car before, so this is going to be interesting. It'll be a new experience. Try something new, right? Now I've already done the dull coat on them, and they've dried. I think that was 2 days ago that I did the dull coat in preparation. So all I did was I took some green tape, I covered up the AIM name and the road number on both sides of this one. And then on this here, I covered up the road name. Yeah, road name and number as well on both sides of this one. So I'm just going to remove this pipe here. And just to we'll get started in a minute, but I'm just going to remove the piping. And if you guys didn't see how I did this piping, because it already comes, it's plastic, feels almost like a straw, to be honest with you. Feels like just a regular drinking straw, but obviously much smaller in circumference. And it's more of a scale pipe. So all I do after I decide what color I'm going to do, what color the pipe is going to be, and this is the color here. I put in some orange, which is pure pumpkin. I went pure pumpkin on this one. Got this around Halloween time, and I don't know what it was originally for. All I knew is that I needed an orange, and I like this one. It's tight paint and add a bit to it. You can, make it darker as well, depending on what you want to do. And then for the yellow, the yellow, I did daffodil yellow because I didn't want it to be a very strong, bright yellow. It's going to need to be worn a little bit. And I did start with a white base for my orange as well. So I added the orange to the white to kind of lighten up a little bit so it wouldn't be so in your face orange. But yeah, that's kind of how it turned out. And I'm very happy with the orange as well. So all it consists of is obviously putting some paint in a little container, and then you're just taking, I do one pipe at a time, and I just dip the very end of it in, and then I've got this pegboard here that has, oh, I don't know, there's probably about 50 needles sticking up through it. It's a very strong, sturdy cardboard, so there's weight to it. And then I put all my pins up from the bottom, so they're all sticking up. Always be careful. And then, yeah, I just put them all on there, let them dry for, I think I gave it like 3 hours, and they dried completely, and they were good to go. Take them all off, start the next process, because I had to do about 2 full sheets of this in order to fill as much as I did on the cars. And like I said, 1 pack of pipe filled both of these cars, but I still have a lot of extra. So what I might do is I might make a 3rd load, because I'm eventually going to get more of these. I'll show you how much I have left after doing two cars, because you get quite a bit. So this was full, and it's a little less than half now. I could probably get a 3rd car out of this. And I might do the green tips. I've seen a lot of cars with the green, so that might be the next one. Orange. Almost lost an orange. There we go. Okay. And at some point I do have to make a load for this as well, but we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to sit that there. So I have been working on the, whatchamacallit, the chocolate factory for a little over a month and a half. And I'm at a point right now where I need to know where it's going and all that stuff, like placement on the layout, but I have to build up the land to where it's going to go. So hopefully I can do that by the end of the month. I have that whole week off, right up till Springfield. And I'm going to be pretty bored unless it snows. Then I'll be outside shoveling for most of that week. But hopefully not. And hopefully I can, take a run over to the Home Depot and get some lumber and hopefully build onto the layout. Because I'd love to be able to sit I've got a couple of the kits here from the chocolate factory. And I want to put them up there and start laying the track. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna do the weathering today. Before we really get into it, before we get started, I just want to say hi to everybody who did take the time to show up today. Mike H.O. Trains, always a delight to see you. Bubs031, how's it going, Bubs? And Brian, Inked Rails, Brad's Trains, and John, hi all, doesn't like to leave anybody out. And Mark from M&M Rails, how's it going? Almar and Mr. Brian Ferguson, Lee, and Andy, and Blame Smoke, and Trains by Perry. How's it going, everybody? Dwight Curley, Russ, the whole gang's here. All right. Now I did, and Wigwag. I did put the link if you are working on something, obviously train related and whatnot, and if you feel like joining, keep it about trains, and you can come up and we can chat trains while we're working away here. Stormy Sky, how's it going? Wigwag, did you get your package yet? I think I sent out your package. I'm still in the middle of sending them. I know the second half, like I sent half of them out, and the second half goes out this Friday. So keep an eye on your mailbox to all the winners from the Christmas show. Yeah, weather here's been atrocious. I think I spent about 2.5 hours outside yesterday, and that's with a snowplow. It's just a really wide driveway. Not a long driveway, but it's a really wide driveway. And by the time I got to the end of the driveway, the plow went by and everything I had removed, put it back on, and it basically was a nightmare. Welcome to Canada. They really need to. I've seen these plows where, when they're doing a residential area and they come to driveways, there's supposed to be a piece that comes down to block snow from going onto the driveway. And then when they get past, it goes back up. I don't know why our snow plows don't have that. You'd think that government money would go into something like that. Who knows? Hey, Bradley, how's it going? All right. So let's get started because I've got some weathering to do. And these cars are fun. So I really want to get these done. Also, because I'm going to Springfield in a week, or it's a little less than 2 weeks. I'll be there with Otter Valley, and I'm going to have my cars. So these cars will be on display because they'll be selling these. And the 6000 and 6400 AM cars and a bunch of other ones. So you'll be able to see these up close and personal after I weather them, which would be cool. So I do want to do a graffiti on this one. I just got to figure out which. I guess that it can just go on the side there. I don't remember seeing the ladders going up. Oh yeah, the ladders are going up the side. So I like to go on Railroad Picture Archives dot something, and I find the car, and then I can see, oh look, there's a graffiti on the side of the car at the very end. Not much of anything else, and of course there's pipe in there. But as far as weathering goes, the weathering is very light on these. There's obviously a bit of dirt, not too much grime, and just fading a little bit of the actual brown or oxidized color, whatever you'd like to refer to it as. So there's a couple of things that I want to do before I actually get into the graffiti of this. I do want to do a tiny bit of inking here. And I'm just going to highlight the trucks here. Because what will happen is that this black ink, this exact same black ink that I was using last Thursday on Third Rail Thursday for doing the stuff that I was working on there, because there's still lots of it here. I'm going to obviously go over that with a few other things as well, but so I'm going to want to do both sides. Yeah, way too cold out. All I could hear last night was the wind blowing out there. It was pretty intense. I remember when I was a kid, we had to unbury the end of the driveway every time city plow went through. The last 10 to 12 feet had to be unburied every time. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, just it's more of a pain than anything. You'd think that there would be more of a system in place where you can clean the roads without affecting the homes. um I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm young and spry, but if it was an elderly person and they were alone, or maybe they only had a shovel, they'd be snowed in. No thanks to snowplow removal. It's supposed to remove the snow, not remove it, put it on the on someone's driveway. Oof. Is there such thing as 4 a.m.? I don't know. I mean, I've been awake until 4 a.m., but I've never been up at 4 a.m. I don't know if that's a real thing or not, Brian. Now, some of this might be really hard to see, but when you go to take a picture of something, you get right in there, you get real close. So that'll be the time when you actually see some of the details. And I think that's what I'm kind of going for here, because it's not all going to be obvious and heavy weathered. Heavily weathered, I should say. Trucks are usually very bland until you start adding to them. So I'm hoping that doing the inking process here, it more or less gathers in the cracks, and then it will highlight some of these truck springs and whatnot. And again, this is just like it's a little bit of black acrylic paint, and it's watered down. So that's why you will only really see the effect of it in cracks and crevices. I'll also put the same stuff over my rock molds so that, well, it's usually the last layer. Like, you do your burnt amber, burnt sienna, and then I usually put this over top, and it'll seep into all the cracks of the rock, and then it'll highlight it and it'll shape it better. Then you just dry brush the face of the rock after. I think it makes a difference. I don't always do this, but I want to do what I feel will be a really good job on these cars. And then eventually, I'm going to do a locomotive. I really like the roller bearing caps on these because they actually rotate, and I don't want to gunk them up or anything, because then I'm afraid that they will stop if I do that. So hopefully they don't, but we'll see what happens. It should be okay though. I like Mike's weathering technique. Pay someone else to do it. Hey, Calvin, how's it going? Yeah, see, like I don't even know if you can tell. You can't tell yet, but what map do I have on my desk? Map. It's a map of Greenland. No, it's not a map. It's one of those cutting ones where you can cut things and it doesn't hurt it. I forget what that's called. It's a you know, you don't need to throw it away after you cut it kind of mat. The best kind of mat. And I think I got this one from Amazon. Someone can get them from. There's quite a few places where you can get them from, actually. Nice. Makes it easy, make it you don't mess up. That's right. But practice. That's what you got to do. I'm still very iffy about weathering a locomotive. I'm still yet to do that. I think I might actually send some locomotives over to Perry if Perry feels like doing some locomotives for me. Nothing too crazy, just you know, some mild to light weathering. But at some point, I'm going to have to try, right? I think it'll be necessary at some point. Yep, yeah, these are the Otter Valley bulkhead pipe load cars. And you can see right here, I've got some pipe load, and I dipped the ends of these with yellow, and I've got some more behind me here that are dipped with orange tips. Now, the cool thing about this one compared to this one is that you can kind of see the CN logo here. It's very faded. And I like the idea of both. I have one of each. I'm going to eventually get more. But the whatchamacallit, the charger set me back a little bit. So eventually. Oh, nice. The RS18Us. Are those the ones that he redecaled from Trillium to Ottawa Central. I know he was working on that for a while there. He wants to have the whole run. There's only two were done, I think. Two Ottawa Centrals out of the. It was either four or six. You got rid of your boxes. No. That lowers the value. Yeah, I'm one of those nutty people that keeps all the boxes. I never intend to sell something that I buy, but there's always that off chance. There's always the off chance. Also, if they're, if they're a delicate model, like would I ship this, just like that? Probably not. Even wrapping it in bubble wrap is never a for sure thing. There would be no way. This is also kind of tedious too, because like you don't want to. I mean, I don't think this is one of those projects. So I'm just doing little bits of it at a time. For example, like I'll do the truck, and then I'm doing certain things here on the right along the edging there. I did some stuff on the end. I do a bit of heavier on the end only because there's a little what looks like a shelf, so you know that more dirt and kick up is going to land there. It's kind of like if you ever see the end of a box car and you see these two lines going up, that's all kick up from the car in front of it, usually. Yeah, even with some structure kits, I always keep all the instruction booklets that they come with, A, and B, if I'm not done the kit 100%, I still have the box. In most cases, I keep the clear plexiglass plastic that they come with. I keep that in the box, strictly because they all look the same. Let's be honest, it's clear plexiglass. So if I made a pile of clear plexiglass from buildings that I have not finished yet, because that's usually the last thing, then I wouldn't know what's what. Hey, Randall, how's it going? Well, some of the and I can show you because I've got a good example here. The pictures come right off. So you could even just save this, right? And then, throw the box away. That's something I've done, but I like to keep all the extra parts into the box until I know for sure it's 100% done. And then I take all the extra bits, and I've got this drawer unit. I call it my bits box because Walthers is notorious for putting extra parts, including extra parts in their kits, whether it's just the fact that, those parts are included on the sprue for a different kit, or I don't know, sometimes they just make it in there. Okay. So while I'm just kind of waiting for those to dry, runaway pipes, I'm gonna try a little bit on here. The trucks are much more visible on these. So you'll be able to see more detail. It means there's more grime. Who's all going to Springfield? That's at the end of the month there. the Amherst Railroad Show. Let me know. Let me know. The Atlantic Ocean is in the way. Yeah, it's always getting in the way, I think. It's it happens. Dang ocean. That is true. I know a couple of guys that are coming over from Australia for the show. So that's pretty cool. Artie, yep. When Sparky first told me that Artie was coming, I thought he was joking. I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, serious. He's gonna be coming over. I'm like, oh, really? Never tell that guy. I told him he has to bring me a Vegemite. He probably won't, but that's fine. I'm hoping that everybody remembers to bring stickers. I know it sounds like a silly thing, but it's like for those people who still have stickers for their layout or their channel. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of guys here at this thing. So, you could always hand out a bunch of stickers. I still have a bunch, so I'm going to bring some to make sure if you do go and you're one of us crazy sticker collectors. I'm still adding to my fascia as the days go on. So I'll be looking for more stickers. Now, hopefully when I put a load in here, it'll take away from how the insides look a little bit. So I don't like doing the inside of cars. I find that it's very, very difficult. It's a lot easier to do the outside of the car than the inside. $50 stickers? Um, yeah, it depends. I usually, well, I've got a couple of different stickers on the go myself, but for one of them, I know I only got about 50 made. And it's strictly just for, seeing people in the wild, you know what I mean? Like at train shows and other events. I didn't mail this one in. But then I still have some of my smaller ones that I was mailing out to people. I think I sent out about, I don't know, 30 or so. But then, do they get lost in the mail? Do they make it? Who knows? Okay. So I'm just going to put that over on the side. You have magnets? Wow. Yeah, well, I mean, I mostly do modern stuff myself, so I can understand what you mean. I don't know. I find that there's a very good variety of modern stuff that you can do, right? And as far as the models go, there's a lot of them that are being done. It's way easier to get prototype sizing and whatnot with all the modern stuff. Get permission from the actual companies to measure their cars. It's possible to find information from the old cars and whatnot, like old blueprints and all that, but you got to dig. Way more work involved there. Cool. Okay, about this. I don't know which one I'm supposed to use. Oh, and we got Mr. Mike. How's it going?
Good, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yep. What's going on?
Oh, hang on. There you go. Now you're not getting feedback. I was watching and listening in the background. I'm working on installing another EB1 breaker for NC.
Nice. How's that going?
It's going. Got my little template board here.
So how does that work with the template?
So I just trace that out where I want to put it. Right, put my block down below. Got your positive, negative, or red, black, or red, white, whatever wire scheme you do. That goes into the block, and then the top here goes into your track. So if you have a short, it's not going to just keep throwing your 5 amp command station power. It's going to kill that section, right? It's not shorting out. You don't fry something.
Nice.
And I'm working on my bridge.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that.
No, it was actually funny the other night when I was doing my layout update. I had the CEO down here. She was like, I've counted 15 locomotives on the track. How many do you have? I said, well, there's a few. She goes, at $100 a pop? I'm like, yeah, not quite 100.
We wish they were only 100.
Yeah. I don't think she thought that was too fun.
They never do. They never do.
How's everybody in the chat today? Staying warm, I hope.
I remember that. Yeah, hopefully. It's pretty nasty out, so.
It was nasty yesterday going to the club up in St. Mary's.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How's their club?
Oh, huge. We did so they got op sessions. There was like 3 sets of ops. So each time you could get one session done, you would go on to the next job. I was there 10 hours. We had a blast.
Wow.
Nice big layout. Russ says, did I hear fry something? Well, you never want to fry a locomotive.
Definitely not.
No. See, I'm kind of working on that. And working on the layout, progressing. Seen their helix. Seen their layout. Like, that was the second time I've been to that club. That's the Silver Creek subdivision or sub. Definitely got some good ideas with the helix. I might have to change that corner where I do.
So yeah.
Do a yard underneath the layout.
You're putting the yard under the layout?
Well, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. It's a pretty neat idea. Like for features. Have enough room? Well, once I knock the wall out. I'm going to build this helix so it's from the ground. True. So
Yeah.
it gives me future existing expansions. Always plan ahead.
Yeah. True.
Mom and son,
True,
how are you?
true.
So you're doing some pipe cars for
Oh,
the
Mom and Son is going to Amherst.
oh, sweet. That's awesome. See you guys there.
Yeah.
You're doing some pipe cars to take with you to Amherst? Is that what you're doing there?
I am. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Gonna need some display models for the thingy.
I got some weathered up 6400s.
Do you have you have a bunch of these pipe cars? Yeah.
I think I have 4 of them.
4.
So the pipe loads are supposed to go up to that white mark on the rails, I believe.
Yeah. Like I've seen both, and people are very like, oh, you can fill it up to the full, but you run the risk of getting I don't know what you'd call it, like a fine or something, I guess, at that point. So I can say I've seen both, where there's what you're supposed to do versus what sometimes they actually do.
Right.
So it's very, very tough to say. Did you do you have pipe? Like, did you get some of the pipe load?
Oh yeah, I do have the pipe. I haven't painted any yet. I'm kind of watching how you do yours. Like Mark said,
Well, I was going to say,
the paint dripping down.
It actually didn't.
Okay.
I had a couple accidents where on the thing, the pipe swung because these needles aren't straight up and down, so
Right.
it kind of like swung around and hit one of the other ones. But because of the plastic, and it's just acrylic paint, I just wiped the whole thing off with a paper towel, and then I redo it.
Ah.
And you can't even tell. So there's that.
So yeah, that's coming up real quick, I guess, eh? What do we got? Less than a week?
Less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because next
week. So in a couple of weeks, I probably won't be doing a Sunday brunch build.
Yeah. You'll be doing it from the show.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, next weekend I got to go there and load up the trailer.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yep. That's Saturday, so. I'm going to grab some shrink too. And get this stuff on Amazon.
The shrink tubing?
Yeah. I like doing it neat.
Yeah, it's very helpful. Stuff's I think it's a must-have, probably, if you're doing any electrical or. It's going to be a long 2 weeks. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Long 2 weeks.
Yeah, but as soon as the show happens, it's gonna happen, and it'll be over in the blink of an eye, and then you got to wait a whole other year.
Yeah,
for the next one.
And it's a big show. There's lots to see there.
I think it's cool that Artie's coming all the way over.
All the way from down under.
Yeah.
Isn't the president of the MNRA, Gordy, isn't he from over there too or something?
I think so.
Yeah. Long way to go for a show, but definitely worth the show.
Hey, Floyd, how's it going? I was looking at a number of pictures of these cars, and they're honestly very clean. I noticed, except for obviously like some fading in the actual paint itself. I would have thought that these would be a lot more banged up and whatnot.
No, they're pretty straightforward, those cars. Like not all dirty. A little bit of dirt, but I mean they're not all beat up too bad.
Do you think Daytona or any of the guys have one of the would you call it a forklift truck? You know, the trucks that lift the pipe out of here. Do you think any of them have a model of that?
Oh, Bobby's got one done. Yeah, I think Bobby's got one done.
I'm gonna ask. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out. I want to see if Bobby can bring it, so I can set up a little thing where it looks like the truck is lifting the pipe out. So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, like a big Herzog forklift.
Yeah. Did you want me to do up some pipe for you? I was thinking because I've got enough pipe here to do probably either another car or a car and a half, maybe 2 cars if I'm generous about it. But I was thinking about doing some green tipped ones. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Sure. Like for the flat, the bulkhead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it on my list. I might even have one big pipe load for you because I've got enough straws right now to do one load. So I might be able to get you a load for your bulkhead.
Yeah, because I still got to come up with a load for the 6400 and the 6000. Get that ready for the show.
Yeah. For you, start with the 6000. If I can nail something down with the 64, then I'll do a couple and I'll bring you one of those.
Okay.
I just have to see what I can come up with. I've got some mesh and stuff too that you could probably put as like chicken wire.
Yeah.
And a few other bits that I can add to it to really pull it together, but I have to see what else I've got.
Nice.
Guys often use a lot of scrap pieces. So
yeah,
that
like
I do.
Your old truck from wheels or just scrap metal?
Yeah. Scrap metal. well, not metal, but like scrap plastic that could look like metal. You just got to make it look like metal.
Yeah. And then I heard there's a meet and greet over at Bernard's at noon on Saturday.
Yep. So, well, there's a couple of things. Apparently, there's an upstairs that they've kind of locked down as far as a small meeting place for people.
Okay.
And then there's also, yeah, Bernard is doing a thing by his booth, which is on the Saturday at noon, apparently.
Nice.
But we're right across from there anyways, so we won't miss a moment of the action, as they say. Should be good though, because there's a lot of vendors that are going to be there. Looking at the list online.
Yeah, that's, I mean, there's lots to see there. Takes you a couple days.
Mm-hmm. Did you find that Saturday was busier than Sunday, or was it dead
yes.
on Sunday because everybody goes Sunday?
Definitely busy on Saturday, like real busy.
Yeah.
Like I think last year was like 3,000, or sorry, 26 or 27,000 on the Saturday, and then another 20 on the Sunday. And that could be low. I could be wrong too.
That's a lot of hobbyists.
Yeah. A lot of folks into the hobby. Yeah, there's people last year from Quebec and Ontario and out west, Western Canada goes to the show, and all over the states.
Dang. People are truly coming from far and wide for this one.
Yeah, it's kind of like what's the big show out west?
Super Train?
Yeah, Super Train. A lot of people from the States go to that one.
Super Train would be really cool to see. Brian, you should go. It's not too far for you.
Never been where
Super Train
or...
is. Oh, no, because Brian's like he's never been to Springfield. I think he said, and I'm saying that he should go because it.
Oh yeah,
be a good time.
If you've never gotten a chance to go to that, that is one you want to hit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely worth the drive.
Yeah, you might be a little cutting it close if you don't have a passport.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get a passport in time. What's that take? 4 to 6 weeks?
I don't know. I think something like that. Yeah, January is kind of a weird time for the show, I think. Strictly just for the fact that like January is already like the worst month as far as, recovering from Christmas and whatnot. So it's a tough call for sure.
And the weather.
Bills.
Weather's not the best that time of year either.
No, weather sucks.
You got to travel through the upper state of New York to get there. You never know what that weather's going to be like.
All right, Andy, you have yourselves a good dinner. It's 12 noon here, so lunchtime for us.
They'd be getting close to 5, 6 over there.
Yeah.
Take care, hot dog pilot. Just don't take a whole lot of time to do one of these, but like I say, it's going to protect your layout. Putting a short circuit breaker in your layout system. Then eventually I'll do block detection.
I need to set that up still on my layout. I've got the track isolated so that basically the bottom level is 1, the middle level is 2, and the helix is 3. So I just got to cut the track for the top level, and then I just have to make sure it's wired accordingly. But right now it's all one circuit, even though the rails are snipped. So I don't know. I'll get to it eventually, but it's a process.
Well, yeah, everything on the layout's a process, for sure. I was pretty impressed with those proto throttles. We had 6 of them running on the layout on one circuit.
Really?
Yeah.
So they don't use that much power then, eh?
No. Like they got 2 5-amp systems into their layout.
Yeah.
But everybody could run proto throttle. And it's easy. They're easy enough to do. You just program, hit menu or hit the left-hand button 5 times.
Yeah.
It'll tell you. It'll prompt you to set locomotive, and then select it. Whether it's 3011. Enter, and then you're good to go. Now, if you're doing a consist, you have to do it off your NCE remote. But then once you got a consist, good to go.
Yeah, I have to consider that. At first, I thought it was just more of a novelty, but after seeing you using it, it looks really fun. It has that level of fun to it.
One breaker board. Then you just take your wires off your bus line, put it in the top.
Yep.
Good to go. Then you could run your feeders down here if you want, like whatever you got extra power, right? I always do blocks.
Yeah.
That's that project done. So did you say you're going to weather a 6000?
Well, I've already got 2 6000s that are weathered and graffitied. I've got the 6400 here that I'm going to do as well.
Yeah. Brian, you moving? Same area? Sticking around where you're at? Or you moving to a different location? To the south. Or you could go east or west.
He's in Barrie, so
yeah,
he's got a good amount of selection there as to what general direction, right?
You can go either way. Farther north. Must like the snow.
Yeah. I could see him moving up toward Havelock. Havelock would be a nice area.
Yeah, that wouldn't be so bad. Anthony Borden, how are you? Oh.
Hey.
The charger.
Yes.
So after you got the fix, all good?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It runs fine now.
Nice.
It's just the process of getting to that point was the pain.
Yeah. Well, when I was at the club, Buddy pulled one out. And that was his first time running it as well.
How'd that go?
Same issue. Not really on coupling so much. Just when you got on the grade or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Not so much at the switches. But climbing an incline. And then, of course, in the helix, look out.
Yeah. Did you give him the part number? The
no, I guess
for better coupling?
I forgot you sent me that on the phone. A lot of help I am.
No worries. I find that, and the comment that I'm getting the most is,
I never even thought of
it. I was going to get one, and then I saw your video, and it's basically the nail in the coffin. I'm not going to get it. And I feel kind of bad inside because it's like, a lot of people were looking forward to it. And, it sucks because you don't want to be the reason that somebody doesn't buy it. But at the same time, because it's like, it costs what, like 1,100?
Yeah, 11 and change.
You're saving them that much money.
Yeah.
So like, happy that I saved them some money, but like at the same time, it's like, oh man, you really wanted to get that.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice locomotive, nice looking cars.
Mm-hmm.
Not to bash one manufacturer from the other, but I mean, I would have thought you would have took your time and put capacitors in the cars.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Like even Rapido ones have, capacitors and whatnot. Be it some of them are really noisy, but still, capacitor nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody wants to see a light flicker.
No. No, sir.
And I wouldn't call that dirty track because, you're running your locomotives over it and they're not cutting in and out.
Nope.
I missed that comment. Oh, the circuit breaker. Yeah, I think Digitrax, they make their own kind of circuit breaker, don't they?
I believe so. Okay, well, personal opinion, I know you're my friend, so you're probably going to say a nice thing, but in your honest opinion, bias aside, when you see a review, do you like the whole scoring thing, or do you want to just hear, this is what I like, this is what I don't like? Do you like the scorecard kind of method?
No, I do, because it gives you a good insight of, like the couplers, the overall of the car. I haven't done any of those kind of videos besides the Aurora TTX box car.
Yeah.
But I enjoy those videos because look, for example, Robin, like just because of the video that kind of turned him off, but maybe Buckman will come out and fix it. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe it's a big maybe, but I mean,
yeah,
I think that's great because people can kind of see for themselves, like, hey, do I really want to spend this kind of dough? And it's not going to work, and they're not going to do anything for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's like Shelf Queen, and then there's, ones where you want to be able to take it off the shelf and be able to use it, willy-nilly, right? But that one there, I couldn't even use it without making those changes, without the upgrades whatsoever. So what's the point?
Yeah. And I mean,
and I really could. Like I worried for you because you have the locomotive, right?
Well, I want to get it for sure.
Yeah, you're just gonna make those upgrades.
I'm gonna have to make the upgrades. And
Remind me, and I'll bring those couplers for you. By the way.
Yeah, no worries. Excuse me. Like if I buy a Rapido, for example.
Yeah.
And I'm not praising Rapido over anybody else. But if I buy a Rapido and I'm spending $100, $150 per passenger car, I expect that thing to work great.
Yeah.
Out of the box, right? And if not, I'd get a hold of Rapido or somebody from Rapido and try and make it right.
Yeah.
Right.
See, that's the thing, right? Because like I did contact Bachman. I did reach out, and they just played dumb about the whole thing. Like, oh, really? We've never heard of issues like that before.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
and it's
I
like
don't think everybody
unboxed
them yet.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of people that, you know, I mean, there's probably people that still have a turbo train that they haven't even ran it yet. And that came out over 10 years ago.
100%. I got stuff in my back room that I haven't even ran.
Some people buy it and collect it in hopes that one day that they'll have a layout and whatnot, but never really get there, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, it's like when they finally do and they go to run it, they're going to be severely disappointed.
Agree. So yeah, if there was an issue, I would go to them, and yeah, they're not far away, a couple hours, good little drive to Toronto or whatnot. Yeah. I would still think they would make it right.
Yeah.
Hey,
we've noticed even when I had the what car was it? It was the LRC, and the window was not the right window, and it said Sarnum instead of Sarnia. You remember that?
Yeah.
So they sent me a mailer, and I sent it to them, so it didn't cost me anything, and they made the change and sent it back, and it was like not even 2 weeks it took, which was really good of them. But in order for me to send my Bachman set to Bachman, you're looking at a good $50-$60, which I'd have to cover. And then I think that they have a repair charge, which I don't think should be on me, because I didn't break it. It came like that.
Yeah, but you pulled it right out of the box. About that. And I don't think it's up to the dealer, because they're just a dealer, right? That's my
opinion. That's the thing.
He didn't
know. If it came down to it, like if Bachman didn't want to do anything and they're like, well, nuts to you, you bought it, I'd probably go to the dealer at that point and say, hey, a refund sounds pretty good right about now. But it never got to that point because, obviously as a modeler, you got to kind of persevere and you got to find solutions. Sometimes you got to do these things on your own.
Yeah.
Whether you feel it's right or not. Like, I shouldn't have to, out of the box, not be able to use, the product that I purchased.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rush. They are the only ones that do it, and they fantastic job on them. There's just, you're going to have to add some things to it to make it work. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. Like even the guy yesterday, he's like, yeah, I wanted them. I bought them. I'm going to have to fix them. And I said, yeah, they're a nice car. You're going to have to add weight to them. Put a capacitor in for the lights. And fix the coupler issue. all easy fixes, but it's at a cost to the modeler. Does that make sense?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yep. Well, yeah, because even getting those extra couplers, I think it cost me about $36 on top of the $1,100.
Yeah. Like I got the GP9s coming out in February. Super excited for the GP9 and the Slug.
That'll be a nice set.
Kind of another example, like take a look at when Sparky got the mystery box. Locomotive out of the box didn't work.
Yeah.
Went to Rapido. They said, well, you live a couple hours away or an hour away. Why don't you stick around? We'll fix that right now for you. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
That service.
That is pretty awesome of them to do that. I think what makes that situation bad is the fact that most of those units don't come with boxes and whatnot because they're all refurbished. It just that's kind of gross, but
it's the mystery.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was having that debate with James, and he was asking me if I was going to get one. And I said, look, if I'm going to spend, $200-$300 on Rapido product, I'm going to buy what I actually want. Mystery aside,
Yeah.
That's just me though. Not some people say, okay, well, it's a gamble. I don't mind a little gamble once in a while, right? Maybe you'll get something that you never thought you wanted, and then you get it, and then you love it. It becomes your favorite train at that point, or favorite car. Which is 100% true. That does happen. But I'm very particular. I'm particular in a very gross way, where it's like if it's not what I like, then I don't like it. I try to be open-minded, but
yeah. Brad Strains. Yeah, I agree, Brad. I agree.
I did like the Christmas ball. I want one of those Christmas balls for my my tree. Kind of jealous about that.
Rush, yeah.
A little Christmas ornament that you get.
The cars would only go like, I don't know. They weren't going far. And wasn't the coupler on the cars a different, like it's KD, but they were, what do you call it?
Like a European style?
Yeah. But they would spring in and out, right?
Well, that was weird. Like the spring-loaded coupler box. That was weird, but yeah, how normally you would put that little cover over top of your coupler and you'd screw it in, kind of like exactly how these are, right? You have the little coupler box, and then there's a screw in there, and then you'll pull the whole thing out. This one here just clips in. It looks like a little fork, and it goes right in, and it clips to the inside there, and then you have to pinch it and pull out in order to remove it. So that I think that's what makes it a European style coupler, but also the way that it shanks together, they go like this as opposed to the the American or Canadian style coupler. North American. I'll call it North American style.
Now, so
very, very weird. Yeah.
The locomotive, 100%.
That has a normal coupler.
That has a normal coupler. The sound file.
It's still a bad coupler.
Phenomenal. It's still a bad coupler?
Oh, yeah. It's like Atlas coupler. It's your very standardized plastic coupler that's also gross.
Oh,
I switched it out with the number 5. I think I have to find something a little bit better, but the number 5 works.
okay. Because I switch out most of my couplers anyways, whether it's scale train,
Yeah.
after, Rapido, less of the KD 158s or. So that to me is a
Well, what I
minor
plan on,
on the
yeah.
locomotive.
Well, what I'm planning on doing is I plan on getting the KD coupler that has the Euro connection to it, and
Yeah.
that will go on either end of the cars themselves, because that part, like, you don't want to put you can't put a Euro coupler on the locomotive. It's a normal pocket, just like these with the screw and whatnot. So you
Mm-hmm.
kind of have to get a normal coupler for it. So you might as well get a KD, and then on the car that connects to the locomotive, you're going to need to get the KD style of the Euro coupler, which those are also on their way as well.
And it has what sounds in that? TCS or TC something?
Yeah, TCS. I was talking to Mark about that. And do you remember the GVO After Dark we did, where we talked about the ultimate sound list for a decoder?
Yeah.
That coupler, or that sound card that's in there is literally like the most ideal soundboard. It hits everything. Only weird thing is F8 is not your startup.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
the only thing
different
that
one.
throws me off.
Would they have that one under? I can't remember.
F6 is your startup prime mover, but then F8 is your sound option quick search.
Hope to
Yeah,
find some
very
trees
odd,
when we
but
found it.
trees?
Yeah, hopefully we find some of those when we're at Amherst.
Yeah. You got some new trees on your layout. What did you end up getting?
Some of those are woodland scenic. Um, I still got to do some things to the super trees. I don't know if I should do a video on how I'm doing those. So I pull those apart.
Yes.
And, oh, I should?
Yes. Anytime you got something that you can make a video about, you should do it.
Okay. So I
It's
pull
not even a
those apart
question.
and kind of make them to how I like. And then I sprayed them like a kind of like a wood tree brown, and then letting them dry.
Yeah.
And then I'll go over them with shaker can, like a Woodland Scenics fibers,
Yeah.
just to thicken them up.
Well, I like those pine trees that you have.
Yeah, the pine trees are what company is that? Scenic.
Scenic Express?
Yeah. So they'll be there. They're usually at the show, and they bring down a big truck, like a big truck and trailer, and usually there's
neat.
not too much going back. I think last year they had 2 trucks and trailers.
Is Scale Trains going to be there?
Yeah, they'll be there. They'll have See, that's why it's the biggest
I
show
don't
of the
want to
year.
ask them why they're not.
Is
Yeah.
because everything at that show is what's coming up and what's coming out this year. A lot of it.
Yeah, I imagine there'll be a lot of announcements.
Yeah. They'll have like Saturday morning, there'll be all kinds of vendors announcing what's coming up, what's coming out. You were going to say what about scale trades?
Yeah, what I kind of want to see like where they're at as far as starting to make more Canadian models. So I know that they have the North American market, but most of it is U.S. Like their models are based in the U.S.
Yeah, they're doing another run of the CN Heritage. I did see that the other day,
which is cool.
Yeah. And they're doing CP. I think Bubs has a few of them.
But no short line that will be in.
Yeah, I know. That's what they got to get on is the short line stuff. Like the 38s and like I like my Gevos and my Tier 4s. But yeah, if they got some 38s and 40s, look out.
Even some GP9s, like some of the high nose stuff.
Yeah. I know we've talked about it a few times, right? About the comparison of pricing and stuff and for what you get.
Yep.
I mean, that's what it comes down
I find it comes up a lot.
Yeah. Like that's what it comes down to in my eyes. You're going to pop out a product for $350, $400 Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that you got to keep alive, you know, the sound, Lock Sound 5, all the great details. Then popping out something else that's the same price and you don't get any of that stuff.
It's true. It's true. It happens.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that. I don't normally do a lot of layout updates, which you know, I should probably, but I don't know. I think I'm more worried. Like maybe I'm not keying in on what I'm updating or hey, is this good enough video? Like they're different from rail fan videos and your actual lives and stuff, right? Because yeah, I've seen the difference what I've done over the month. And then I just assume sometimes that hey, everybody's seen my life. They seen the update or they're seeing the progress. I should do more of them.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes, right? You're not hitting everybody, right? So.
No, I find that sometimes people don't watch lives as much as they watch the pre-recorded stuff, and also vice versa.
Yeah. I'm just having fun.
So you never really. Yeah. You never know.
What wall can I knock out next?
Don't tempt them.
Oh, I know. I seen that one too, Anthony. I love CSX too. Rush 100%. Fun is key. Just having fun. hopefully everybody is having fun along the way and enjoying the ride. That's the way I look at it. Still blame Mark though.
Absolutely.
They had the very first pop or not pop up. It was a meet and greet, wasn't it? Over here.
Yep.
You should pop up some videos, take pictures of your layout. I'm like, okay, where do you want me to send those to? He goes, no, put them on YouTube. I'm like, what? I'm just a watcher. And then the rest is history, right? We're having fun.
That's right.
The whole base, yeah, 100%, Brian. You know, anybody's interested in autograph Maple Leaf pictures, I'm selling them because there's the second level right there. I told the wife the other day, I said, I'm thinking about selling all my hockey pictures so I can put in the second layout or a second level right there. She's like, what? Well, what am I going to do with them? Put them in storage?
That's hardcore.
Yeah,
I didn't think that you would ever sell your.
Well, especially going to the club yesterday, I was like having a blast running the trains around, doing loops. That's what I got to get to, doing a loop.
Yeah. James is almost there.
Yeah, James has come along quite well. That's what's made me change my mind about the Helix. Maybe I'll make it making it from the floor up, and
Yeah.
give me extra options, right?
Yeah. Graffiti. I know it doesn't look like anything. It's a weird, weird graffiti on the side of the.
Looks good.
Thanks, man.
Like I say, I got some weathered up and graffiti gondolas I'll bring, and then make loads for these. And
if you want me to do any cars for you as well, I know that it's neat to have different types of graffiti, like done by different people. That way, it doesn't look like one person did all your cars. So if you need me to do any, let me know. I don't mind.
Okay.
I'm always up for a challenge.
I think the Woodstock show's going on today. So I believe the shop's open at OVR.
It's open today?
I believe he's open today, yeah.
Well, usually it's him and Steve on weekends, right? So.
Yeah.
I'll just be excited to get some time off at the end of the month. I think my last vacation was November, I think. Yeah, that's the last time I had some real time off.
That's when you went to Florida, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And it's not really a vacation because the kids are there.
Yeah. This isn't really a
Let's be
vacation
honest.
either. It's kind of like a work vacation.
Yeah. I mean, like, the way I am with working, it's like, if I'm not working doing one thing, then I'm working doing another thing.
Yeah.
But because it's train related, it's fine.
Yep.
I mean, me anyway.
Then I wouldn't even call it a work vacation because
Sparky was saying too.
it's still fun. Right? We're having fun with the trains
Yeah.
there, meeting people, talking to people.
Sparky was saying to bring some lawn chairs.
That's what I said. Because
You said that.
I don't know. Yeah, I said that before too. Bring some lawn chairs. Sparky knows all about standing up.
All mine are in the.
Oh, do you want me to bring a couple?
All mine are in the shed. Do you mind bringing an extra one?
No, I don't mind.
Mine are all tucked in the shed, and the shed is probably 10 feet deep of snow right now.
Yeah. Mine are all hanging.
I thought they would drop. Oh, well, that's convenient. That worked.
Yeah, that's not an issue at all. Hey, how come I got extra parts?
Well, I know I would personally appreciate that because I'm sure my dogs will be barking by the end of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's bringing one of them floor mats where you get, the cushion mats where you stand on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll talk to him about it because those are nice. Like that was one thing last year. Standing on your feet all day. Like you don't think, it's no big deal, but your legs and stuff and getting sore after a while.
Oh yeah.
Especially standing on cement.
Hey Chris, how's it going?
Model train aficionado.
And Willow Creek Industrial Spur.
Hey,
how's it going, guys?
Is Chocolate Factory finished? No, I still got some touch-up details to finish. Lights, plug-and-play lights.
Yeah, same with mine. I think both of ours, and probably
Dave's?
Dave's as well, will probably be at that stage now where it's like placement on the layout with detail stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Are you going to be looking at wood kits when you're down there too?
I can order it at any time from Thingy. I think trees are the big thing right now.
Yeah, I figured that.
You're 100% right on. Yeah, we gotta look for trees.
Yeah, and then if you see good trees, because I've never seen what's the place you get them from? Scenic Gem.
Oh, yeah, Grand Central.
Grand Central seen trees. Yeah, I didn't see a booth there last year for them. Let's hope.
No, they're all the way in San Francisco.
Yeah, California.
So they won't come to this one.
They won't come to that one?
No.
It's too bad, really.
Yeah.
Man, you could hit the tree market there.
Yep. Well, yeah, because I had reached out to them, and I was like, "Are you guys going to be there? Because I'm going to be there, and it'd be great to see you guys."
Could have cornered Lauren and they're picking them up.
Well, that would have been an easy conversation.
Yeah, because I've only been on it for how many years now? 5.
Yeah. Well, they slowed
Oh,
down a
right.
lot around Christmas. A lot of them got hit with the showstopper, so there was kind of a halt in production there,
Ah,
which is unfortunate, but it happens.
don't worry. I remind them every all the time. We need to get these trees.
Well, I know that he'll be on the lookout for new vendors to take on.
Nice. They must give you an extra set of columns in the kit.
Yeah. Yeah, in case you go wide as opposed to long, and then if it's too long, there's a certain amount of spacing you need to have, I think, for that.
Ah, and did you see that picture Chris sent me? The CSX.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really
Oh, no.
nice. Did he take that
Yeah,
did you take that photo?
I believe so. I
That's
put her
really
up in
cool.
the trainer room. Somebody's
There's
out
quite
here.
a few pictures that I have that I need to get framed still. I
Oh
wanted
yeah.
to get that picture. Yeah, remember when we did the barbecue and we all stood in front of the P-42?
Oh yeah, yeah. That'd be a good picture.
It's a great picture because it has all of us in there and whatnot. And
And the engineer hanging out the window.
yeah, I remember I posted that online, and then he had seen it, and he's like, I'm hanging out the door or the window." I was like, "Thank you for slowing down."
Yeah, that was awesome.
I hate to do like a retake. Come back, reverse down the line, and then come back through again.
Yeah. Now
Next
we're
time,
gonna
go
do the
slower.
barbecues this year again.
Oh yeah, you know it. You
Hopefully we
know
can
it.
get some folks up from the States. Pappy, Dave, Wigwag, Stormy Sky.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It seems to grow every year. It gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Because the first year there was only a few of us. Then last year there was quite a few.
Oh yeah, we had SMT mainline there. Harrison. Um, Smith Falls Rail Fanner. M&M Rails. Bubs. Terry. James. Myself. You.
Doug.
Doug. Yep. Doug. Forever DC. Doug come up. He was hammered down.
Yeah. Yeah. You must have been doing a $140 on that highway all the way.
Had the old Stang flying. Hope to make it this year. Yeah, come on out there, Brian. It's an awesome time. I'm just glad Mark brought his great big tent awning there or whatever. Had shade to sit under.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking into some of those just because I think it's a really great idea, and you know, if you get another day like you did last year, whew,
Yeah.
like it was gorgeous. You couldn't ask for a nicer day.
Oh, it was perfect. Need to get one with your logo on it,
That'd be cool.
wouldn't it? M&M rails, and then Dave Co. Get
Absolutely.
Dave Co. down there. He can get bacon on the side of his tent, his awning. Got bacon? Or who's got bacon? Either or. Definitely fun. That's it's always a busy weekend. You never know what you're going to see there. Heritage units,
That's true.
heavy via.
There was there was UP rolling through there last week.
Oh wow!
I can't remember what it was pulling, but yeah, there was a UP train.
Well, we caught the Kansas City Southern there too. You always seem to catch something off, right? Always
That's true.
like a heritage unit or some kind of military unit.
The military unit, that was
Yeah.
that was the first year we caught the green military unit, and then last year it was the yeah. I think we'll grab the Charger this time. We'll see the Charger.
Oh yeah, Bob seen one of those a
That'd be a
couple weeks
sight.
ago during the
Oh
holiday.
yeah.
Got the night shot of her. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
September in general is a very busy month. Between that and the whatchamacallit, the Otter Valley thing, right?
Oh, the pop up event, yeah. 'Cause I'm not sure what he's doing this year to top that one.
Well, I know that he has the place next door again. So that's good.
That's good.
But as for topping it, who knows? Maybe we'll see that cannon this year.
Cannon or Rock Band. Maybe he's bringing Rod Stewart. I better not start that one.
Oh, geez. He'll make you fill in for Rod Stewart. He'll get you up there singing.
Well, you never know. Rod Stewart's in the trains, you know.
Anything's possible.
Yeah. You never who's gonna show up that day. Never know.
I just hope I'm not pizza guy again. Uber trains.
Pizza guy, door guy, checkout guy. All good. Had a good time there. Bill Bridge is coming. How many decks do they give you? Oh, they give you 3 decks or 4 decks? 3. I might need the expansion kit.
Yeah, Dave. It's anyone who shows up. You know, we say the day, and we're usually there. Sun up. Well, Perry's usually there pretty early. He's an early bird. Me, I usually end up showing around like 9:30, 10. But
And that's early.
Usually some of the guys are there pretty early. Yeah, it's true. Usually I'm rolling out of bed at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the guys are there pretty early, and then you know, we do the barbecue lunch. Remember the cookies?
Oh,
Mark's wife
Laura
made cookies, and they were delicious.
yeah. Hopefully Laura's taking that job again this year, making the cookies, because they were the bomb.
Yeah.
They were really good cookies. And if you got your significant other, bring them along. So if they want to come hang out, talk to the other significant others, hang out. What better way can you hang out in the shade? Real fan of. Yeah, before you know it, that'll be here. But I think winter's going to stick around for a little bit after this week. I think she's here to
I think
stay.
so. So we usually do it the May, or not May, the what is it, the long weekend, the September something?
September long weekend. I look at the calendar.
Yeah. But I think the day itself this year is supposed to be like end of August as opposed to like, what was it, September or something last year, like the 3rd. Truth and Reconciliation. Labor, yeah, okay, so Labor Day is on the 2nd. So
Yeah.
what did we do, the Saturday or the Sunday? We did the Sunday, right?
I want to say we did either the Saturday or the Sunday.
Oh, no. You know what it was? You and James came over on the Saturday, and then the barbecue was the Sunday.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what
technically this year, the actual date for it would be September the 1st. Can I call that now? Sunday. Is it too early?
I call it now.
Call it now? Okay. September 1st. Because
that way
that's the long weekend.
Start booking their flights and start booking their hotels.
Start booking. Yeah. The 1st of September. Remember, the 1st of September. Because it's barbecue time.
Awesome burgers, awesome times, awesome cookies. And that gives Wigwag and all that time to get the passport up and running and start talking amongst the groups and getting group rates or group bookings. So yeah, September 1st.
I'll be looking closer to like July, August to find out how many people roughly. Do we volunteer to bring? You can volunteer to bring stuff. So the way it normally goes is that I bring burgers and buns, and I brought I was gonna bring hot dogs, then Mark brought hot dogs. What a swell guy. And then I also bring drinks like your Cokes and your Pepsis and your ginger ales and your waters, all the fun stuff.
Yep. Chips.
And I don't expect anybody to do anything, right? Because I normally plan this every year. But you know what? If anybody wants to bring anything, you can shout at me and say, "Hey, I'm bringing the potato salad." Whatever you want to bring. Obviously, if there's anything in it that you think that somebody might be allergic to, just make sure it's noted somewhere.
Yeah.
That's probably all I'd recommend. I know it's very early to say. Like, I don't even think. Well, like Mark didn't even tell me that he was bringing cookies, and he brought cookies, and it was like,
yeah,
it's awesome. So,
and they were good. I'll bring tables because it sounds like we're gonna have like quite the barbecue going on there.
I think so.
Maybe another.
And then of course, bring your camera, your tripod, and your most comfortable chair.
Yeah. Chairs are a must. Umbrellas for shade.
Canopy. I'm pretty sure we could make a whole banquet.
Oh yeah.
In the parking lot.
Everybody drive by. Look at those guys over there. What's going on at the?
We should see if Sparky's going to come up this year.
Oh, there's an idea. So you get Sparky and Sean Pennywise and all them guys come up.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
End scale dystopia, Danny.
Well, it's what it started out as is it was mostly an appreciation thing to these guys who, help out and show up, and they've been a big part of, the channel and whatnot, and the GVO crew and whatnot. And, it's just my way of saying thank you. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but, it's what I do to kind of thank these guys. But it also goes back into everybody else who just wants to come together. We're all like-minded individuals, and we love the hobby. We love trains, and the camaraderie, and we all hang out, watch the real things, and talk about what toys we're getting next week. That's all it is, and we eat good food while we do it. So
yeah,
it's awesome. I look forward to it every year, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. Eventually, I'm going to have to get it catered. I fear.
Well, let's hope not.
That's yeah. That's the goal.
That's a big event.
I'm just surprised that the CP guys have been so cool about, us showing up. I know it's only once a year, but there was the one time, do you remember that? And because Bubs has his radio going, and one train was sitting there as another train was going through, and the one guy on the dispatch says, "You have a welcome party at the other end of the yard."
Yeah.
To the other guy who's sitting there, because I guess he couldn't see us, but like, yeah, you got a welcome party at the other end of the yard. All your fans are waiting for you.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Then he went through and he just laid on the horn there, right? Give us the old horn salute.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They get actual.
They get in on it as well.
Yeah, they get in on the action. That's what it's all about, right?
I mean, yeah.
You get your ideas. You're getting ideas from what you actually see on the railroad.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's James. How you doing, James?
James. Violetta sees washroom. That's the tough part, because I don't think there's any public bathrooms there. There's there's a downtown that's not too far from there, and then they've got their Subway and Pizza and all that. There's a McDonald's down the road. So, I mean, you're usually gone for a couple of minutes or so, but
Yeah, don't worry. We'll let you know. Usually we got our trackside guide books. We can tell you when the next train coming, or we got radios going. So you don't want to miss a good video. Gone to catch gone to the washer. But you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, Smiths Falls is a very small town, so it's all, you can basically get your prescriptions, get a tattoo across the street, and then have a slice of pizza all at the same time. You know what I mean? And everything's very close to each other.
Tattoo across the street, perfect.
Yeah, there you go. I really hope this brown is taking. I'm trying to lighten up these cars a little bit here. It's kind of working, but at the same time, it's like, is it?
And you're just lightly weathering it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to fade the brown here, and it's kind of taking. I don't know if Springfield is going to become the new regular thing, because yeah, after missing that 1 year, I got to tell you, like, oh man, you guys look like you're having so much fun. I'm like, I want to be a part of that. I want to have fun, and because I'm inside most of the time, it's like no fun to be had there.
It was definitely a blast. It's cool meeting people down there. He's telling me that he's not bringing his blue box microphone. Kind of bummed out there.
So what is this? What is this blue box microphone? Because I've heard you guys talking about it, but I don't know what it is.
So he's got
a
Athearn blue box. You know, remember the old blue box kits?
Yeah.
And he has this microphone inside the blue box wired up, and when he's interviewing you, he's got a sticker Heath Manatee Junction on the blue box, and he walks up to you and gives you an interview, but he's holding the Athearn blue box, and the microphone's inside the blue box.
Well, that's kind of clever.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome idea. I love how he does it. Right, he's right into that technical logical stuff, and
Yeah.
I think that's an awesome idea. So yeah, hopefully he does that again. James is not interested in going to Springfield.
Now, come on, James.
You're gonna save your money that way. But then you're gonna see it, and he's gonna go, "Well, I gotta have 2 of those."
Mm-hmm. That's true. Sometimes it's so good you can't have just one.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, just when it comes to stuff like the barbecue and whatnot, whether you're watching Mike's channel, my channel, or some of the other affiliated channels that that do a lot of content in regards to the same thing, you know who they are. They all We're all a group, so you'll probably hear about it and get more detail and when things are in stone and all that. But I think the first will probably be the September 1st will probably be the day that we do that.
Yeah. We're on James' channel tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Do you think he'll have that loop done by tomorrow? I hope he does.
Yeah, maybe. He's getting pretty close.
For the tiny bit I can see outside the window that's down here, because it's just a basement window, looks like it's still coming down out there.
Snowing?
Yeah.
Still. Keep that stuff.
What? If it keeps up, I'm going to bring a lot of it to Springfield and I'm going to start selling it in the parking lot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I hope it's the same type of weather as last year. We were in.
I didn't see any snow in any of those pictures.
No, we were in short sleeve shirts.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'll bring my shorts.
But don't count on it this year.
No.
Well, you never know, right? I hope. Still early yet, but there was the year before. I don't think half the vendors made it because it was like a snowmageddon.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a pain.
Late 2020 or 2021? No, sorry. What was last year? 22? So 21, I think. The year after the showstopper that they had a snowmageddon. Yeah, it was Elmer, and it was nice last year. And to some people, that's cold, but when we come from -4 or 5, or where you're at -16 or 20, you think it's spring down there. It's like
It's funny what an hour or two drive will, it'll change everything.
Yeah. It was 22. Yeah, last year. No, last year's 23. 22, they got the snowstorm. That's right. Keep forgetting we're in 24 already. Time flies for everyone.
So you just looking for trees when you're down there?
Yeah, trees and
the big thing.
Trees would be the big thing. Backdrops. I did find that one backdrop place. I got a disc. They will put it on a disc or a thumb drive for you, but then you got to go get a print.
That's right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
What do they charge?
For the disc or the thumb drive,
Yeah.
like $20-$30.
And then you just got to pay to get it printed.
Yeah, you got to take it like to a printer place, like um, Staples or something like
Staples
that.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Paint your own backdrop. Yeah, it's not quite the same detail. My backdrops are painted, minus the trees in the main layout.
I got mine imported from overseas.
Yeah.
Not a bad price, but like it's a hassle waiting, you know? But with the fact that I can have up to 40 feet, all one continuous picture, and then beyond that, you can just have them loop the picture so
Yeah.
that it's all reversed at that point and it still connects. But I don't think I need more than 40 feet anywhere.
There's some good ones out there.
Yeah. It's gotta look, right?
Yeah.
Right place and right time.
They're not cheap, that's for sure, but nothing is in the hobby.
No. I feel like you have to be really artistic to paint your own backdrop. Like you have to know all the tricks, clouds, and all that. And
You gotta be like Brad Rock.
at a happy little tree.
That's right, James. You can't say you haven't done it until you try it.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know. I was just looking on line one day for backdrops, and I happened to find this one, and they had a pretty good variety. And the one that caught my eye the most was the one that looks like a complete sunset, which I still have even on this layout. I got it from my old layout, but I was able to save it and bring it over to this layout. So I was pretty happy about that. But yeah, it transfers over well. And then of course there's other types that I've used, but these just resonate with me the most, I think.
That's right. Yeah, don't knock it till you try it. all kinds of different creative ideas that you could do, right? That's what's neat about the hobby. It's not you gotta always buy something at the store. It's you can try it yourself, right? Try painting, weathering, all kinds of little ideas.
All right. Well, I think for today, I think we're good. We went a little over there, which is fine.
You went 2 hours?
But yeah, well, it's been more. It's 2.5 hours now.
Say what?
It's 1:30 already.
Oh, no wonder
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, it seems as though it's that time of the day. The snacks are upon us.
Yep, time to go get some bacon.
Gotta let this stuff dry, and then I'll probably use the powders on here next. Did you save a rock face from your old layout? Yeah, I saved a few. There's actually a couple that are incorporated into my layout right now. 2 sections, and then I've got a couple more just rocks that I didn't use that I have them placed, but I have to, make it official at some point there as to where it's going to go and start doing that. But that area there requires a backdrop first, or more of a wall divider. So I'm in the middle of making that now, as I'm moving along there with it. So yeah, I just got to add rocks right along there, and I'm going to have probably like a 6 or 7 foot long rock wall, I think, by the time that's done, which should be good.
Here's me weathered up locomotive.
Now, did you do that one, or is that someone else?
I did that one.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah, thanks. I did that one. That was one I'm bought.
Still very nervous.
Used. I got to change out the cuppers, but I mean, I bought that one used and I weathered it. It was like, okay.
Is that a Atlas or an Ather?
Ather.
Wait, is that the one that you got from me?
No, that's the one I got from James's friend for I think like $250.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna sneeze.
So I was like, okay, well, it had a broken handrail. I replaced at the back, and then I'm like, well, let's try my handy work at weathering a locomotive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right.
It's good.
I tried that one. I got to take a little bit off the front. It's a little bit heavy on the grind, but on the sides and stuff looks good.
I like it. So I'll if you want to weather up a bulkhead, I'll do some green pipe for you, and then I just got to find a green that would work. I think I've got one. So I just got to dip them, and then I'll bring them, and then, yeah. Because I'm probably going to get more of these cars, so I was going to do the green ones anyways. Okay. So we'll have an extra car there on display.
Yeah. I'll bring the 2 Gons, the 64s. Mm-hmm. A pipe car weathered up, or bulkhead, or pipe car?
Both. I'm bringing both anyways.
Okay.
It all depends on what he wants to show and how much room we have, because I think normally he doesn't have cars on there that are weathered, so it'll be nice to be able to display weathered and graffitied cars
Yeah.
on a very nice, tabletop there.
Then I got to come up with a couple loads. I'll figure something out for. And then, be a good time. I'll bring 2
Shouldn't
chairs.
be too bad. Yeah. If you got an extra one, I'd definitely appreciate that.
Because what are we? 14th today? Wow.
Today's the 14th. Yeah.
This month's flying already.
Yeah, we're already halfway through.
So we got this week, next week, and then, whoa. Yeah, it's showtime. I leave on the 25th to go to the show.
I think I'm still going to probably be weathering cars next week in preparation. I'll do your pipes at some point this week. That way it'll give them time to dry, and then I can just rebag them or whatever.
Sure.
And then, yeah. Should be good.
Well, thanks for having me up. And,
thanks for coming up. It's always it's fun to hang out and talk trains and
absolutely
all the things coming up. So
won't be long.
But
big show.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys real soon. Thank you everybody for watching. Tomorrow night we're on James's channel. Yeah, 7:00, and we'll see you then. Other than that, Mark M&M Rails, he is Thursday night for Third Rail Thursday, and then we'll be back here next week for more of your brunch build. Until then, make sure you follow this guy right here, or this way. Follow this guy, Trackside Mike. Like and subscribe.
Don't pass the line.
And we'll see you guys. You guys have yourselves a great day, and don't get stuck in the snow.
Yep. Stay safe.